Welcome to SOAP 206, Study Section 5, Economic Institution 2, Introduction. All societies have economic system. Every society has access to natural resources in form of land, water, plants, animals, and minerals. Apart from having these resources, every society also has a system for determining who has access to those resources. There are rules governing access to resources in the environment or community. Rules for transforming these resources into useful and necessary other items, that is, through labor, and rules for distributing goods and services. Some economic systems require the use of money, while others do not. In simple and subsistence economies, access to and distribution of resources are done through simple and less structured means. However, in advanced society, access to and distribution of resources require a high level of structure and technology. In this unit, we will continue our discussion about economic institution in Africa. Learning outcome. At the end of the lecture, students should be able to 1. Define and use correctly all the key words printed in bold. 2. List and explain the system through which goods and services are exchanged and distributed. 3. Discuss the concept of market exchange. 1. Markets in Africa. Market is a medium through which goods and services are distributed in the society. It is a medium by which goods and services are distributed in the society. Before we go into the discussion on our concept of market, let us look at two other modes of exchange of goods and services in the society. The first system through which goods and services are exchanged or distributed is referred to as reciprocity, and the second one is known as redistribution. Reciprocity means giving and taking without the use of money. This could be in form of gift, giving, or barter. It could also be in form of cheating. Reciprocity is divided into three forms, namely general reciprocity, balanced reciprocity, and negative reciprocity. Generalized reciprocity is a form of gift given without any immediate return or conscious thought of one. For example, you are a student. Your parents invest in your feeding, clothing, education, and the likes. They are doing this not necessarily because they expect you to reciprocate later, rather because in their old age you may be in the position to care for them too. A child who fails to care for his or her parents may be called a lot of bad names, but there are no legal obligations on the child to care for his or her parents. Balanced reciprocity is more short-term in its expectation of return than general reciprocity. In this form of reciprocity, the giving is often motivated by a need for something else. To illustrate this, let us use farm work as an example. A farmer may offer his servants to his kinsmen or neighbor in exchange for a kind of animal the other is rearing. This exchange may not be immediate, but a little of payback is fixed. Also, farmers who volunteer to assist their colleague in ploughing their field may be reciprocated with sumptuous meal and an agreed portion of the harvest. If your sumptuous meal and an agreed portion of the harvest. If your friend did his or her birthday and you bought a gift for him or her, it is usual to expect something from such a person when you are doing yours. You will expect the person to give you something valuable just as you have given him or her. This is a kind of balanced reciprocity. Negative reciprocity is an attempt to take advantage of another person for one's benefits. It has to do with giving something of far lesser value than what one to receive from another person. It is based on the principle of trying to get the better end of the deal. For instance, if someone wants to force or cajole you into exchanging your plasma television for a low-grade China phone, that will be a kind of negative reciprocity. Redistribution. Redistribution is a mode of exchange in which all the goods and services, as well as money, in the society is given to a centralized government who disperses them out. Goods are given to the central authority and then given back to the people in a new pattern. For example, governments use the tax paid by the citizen of a country to build hospitals and construct roads for them. The process of redistribution involves two distinct stages: an inward flow of goods and services to a social center, followed by an outward dispersal of these goods and services to the society. Although distribution is found in some form in all societies, it is most common in societies with political hierarchy. Market exchange. Now we are back to our discussion on markets. Market exchange is the third method of distributing goods and services in the society. A market is a form of social relation in which the parties participate in exchange. Market exchange is a mixture of distribution and reciprocity. In market exchange, there is competitive buying and selling of goods, whose value is based on laws of supply and demand. Although the parties can exchange goods and services through barter, most markets rely on sellers selling their products or services in exchange for cash from buyers. You can say that market is the process by which the prices of goods and services are established. Market exchange requires peace in the market area. As customers move freely from one seller to another, their safety and protection must be guaranteed. Summary of study session 5. In this study session, you have learned that 1. Market is the medium through which goods and services are distributed in the society. 2. There are 3 modes of exchange for the distribution of goods and services in the society. End of study session 5. Thanks for listening.